Responsibility. That's the topic for today. My name is Prince Yemi Kasali. One of the major things in our way to success is responsibility. We must learn how to be responsible for our life. We need to get addicted to taking responsibility, knowing that everything we do is by choice. If you want to be successful, you have to take 100% responsibility for everything that you experience in your life, including the level of your achievement, the results you produce, the quality of your relationship, the state of your health, physical fitness, income, debt, everything. You must be responsible. You need to learn to give up excuses. Now let me take as an example. I am a graduate. I got a job with my school set. I got a job as a level 3 officer, and in 8 years of my being employed, I am still on level 4. I got a job with level 3. After 8 years, I'm on level 4, meaning in 8 years I only had one promotion. Every one of us will start complaining, will be bittered, will look life like, oh, the country is in a mess. After my graduation, after going to school, having BSc, you still have to, go down to get a job with school set. you get bittered, you get worried, you complain about the country, you complain about the economy and so on. But whether we like it or not, we need to look away from all those things. Those things are normal things. You're not the only one that is getting a job with a low certificate, that means underemployed, and you're not the only one that has no job. You're not the only one the economy is affecting. A rise is expensive, electricity tariff, and so on. There are things, stuffs are happening, but you're not the only one. Out of this, a lot of people are still surviving and are still creating wealth. So you need to understand that all this thing is your responsibility. For example, I took this job. It's my decision. It's my fault that I took the job. I'm staying in the job. It's still my fault. So if I retired with this kind of job, it's still going to be my fault. If I am wealthy, it is my fault, because I could have looked for something else to do along, or leave this job to do something else. So everything, it's simply you. We have an equation. There is E plus R equals 0, and while E stands for event, R stands for response, and 0 stands for outcome. Now, the event plus your response equals an outcome, gives you a result. So event is something you might not be able to take care of. If you are having rain in your area, you can decide, you can respond to it by looking for a raincoat or making calls instead of going out. Or you might just decide being bittered at home. If you have a very sunny, hot day, you can decide not to go out, and you can decide to go out in the hot weather. So events are things that happens that are not in our power, circumstances. But our response, our behavior towards the event will determine what the outcome will be. So stuff happens, we all know. We know the country is in a mess. This country is in a mess. It's creating a lot of millionaires today. This country is in a mess. A lot of people are surviving. We have COVID-19 this year that spoils half of the year. But still, I know of a lot of friends that bought cars, bought house this year. So it's still your responsibility to think right and do things right. Outcome is always you. You are always in charge. That's it. If they said, okay, for example, someone said, I've heard there's going to be a recession. I have decided not to participate. So there's going to be a recession, fine. Are you participating? It's your decision. If you feel the recession is really going to affect you or not. And your decision determines your mindset, and your mindset gives you your results. So we need to learn how to understand that we are responsible for everything that is happening. If you like, you blame the government. If you like, you blame your wife, your husband, your children. Blame anybody. It's still going to give you an outcome of not taking responsibility. But you can decide to look off all those things and decide to change your life and hold yourself only responsible for everything you are having. So if you are going to be wealthy, wealthy, it's gonna be you. If you're not gonna be wealthy, it's gonna be you. Somebody defined insanity as continue the same behavior and expecting a different result. If you want something different, you are going to have to do something different. So if you have been bitter all this while, if you're not really getting good results, that means you need to change that thing. A man who complains about the way the ball bounces is likely to be the one who drops it. So you need to learn how to change all this by doing what? By believing in yourself, by responding positively to everything. If you want to get from where you are to where you want to be, of course, you're going to have to take the risk. Risk is what almost every one of us want to avoid. We don't want problems. When you have a bully boss, you don't want to talk to him. And it's becoming a tradition now when we complain about our family at work and we complain about our boss at home. So we always want to complain. We always want to look for someone to talk to, even when that person is the wrong person to talk to. For example, you have your boss hurting you. You didn't talk to your boss. You're talking to your wife. Can your wife do anything about it? When you have your wife doing something or you have your husband doing something,